What's up, fantasy champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now, with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network.
Once a Raider, bruh, always a Raider, bruh. Shit simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost an arm and a leg to reach that goal line. It's go time.
What up, 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 ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially back with the weekly podcast. It is the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Just ordered, Michelle says she just ordered her Spotlight t-shirt. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you so much for supporting the link. The link is right there in the comments, y'all. It's in the pinned comments. I did not go get my baby Trent Brown t-shirt. I am waiting on my graphic designer to give me a actual a pre-run of what it looks like. If I like it or not, then I will post it on the website. Until then, I don't have the baby Trent Brown t-shirts just yet. But thank you everybody for tuning in to another live free agency live call-in show. Now, we know a lot of things did not really happen over the weekend with the Las Vegas Raiders, but you're seeing two transactions happen today. And that was Andre James getting an extension for 3 years, $12.5 million, $6 million guaranteed. So our center is locked in for another 3 to 4 years. And then we were able to sign another defensive lineman in Matt Dickerson from the Tennessee Titans on a 1.25 1-year $1 million contract. So that was the latest news in the Marcus Mariota situation. We'll get to that, but I want to get to everybody in the chat before we get this thing rocking. Shout out to Realist, Untouchable Raider 1960, Dominique 5, Dell Jr., Melissa Baby, Brian Rodriguez, Raider Nation 34, Leonard Sr., The Numbers, Terrence Jr., Michelle Ragsdale, thank you for the shirt. We really do appreciate it. Icy Nate, and that is it, man. I mean, that's it, man. I think Matt Dickerson is going to be a training camp body for right now. Todd the Raider, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in to the show. We really appreciate all your love and all your support with the Spotlight Raiders Talk. This channel has been growing rapidly, and it's been really good. It's been really good to see these things go the way they're supposed to, and I'm proud the way that the channel is growing. And we want to have people come up and see how they feel about these transactions, but let's talk about it. The Marcus Mariota situation. Now, from what I'm hearing is that Marcus Mariota left Honolulu because he was in Hawaii, and now he's back in Las Vegas. Now I have to see what we're going to do with, Marcus Mariota, because is we going to release him or are we going to take this pay cut? Because we need to figure out what's going on here. This is holding us up from signing quality players. That's why we couldn't get Anthony Harris. I wasn't paying that much for Galladay. Galladay got overpaid. I'm kind of happy that the Raiders did not take a chance on Kenny Galladay. I think that was an overpayment, in my opinion. If you think otherwise, you think otherwise. And that's just how I feel when it comes to Marcus Mariota. I just feel like he's just an overrated type of guy. No, not Marcus Mariota. Kenny Galladay. Kenny Galladay was overly paid, and I'm happy that the Raiders did not pull the trigger on Kenny Galladay. I am happy that they didn't do it. That was $40 million guaranteed for him. That was insane. But players like is holding this up, like Richard Sherman and Adoree Jackson and those guys. We can't get nothing right now. And then according to what they said on Twitter, that the Andre James contract had nothing to do with the salary cap. Had nothing to do with the salary cap. And thank you, Chevy Silver Raider, for the $5 donation. As long as I can work, I can donate. Raiders, thank you so much for the love and the support, man. But make sure y'all go check out Spotlight Raiders Talk. The link is in the chat, in the pinned comment. So make sure y'all go check out Spotlight Raiders Talk there. Really would appreciate it. What's the latest free agency schedule on visiting the Raiders? For what I thought it was Isaiah Wilson was the latest one that I remember. But other than that, I really don't know any other ones besides Marcus Mariota just getting back into Las Vegas. Mariota needs to make a pay cut or he gets no money. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm sorry, but it's like a really warm day in Philadelphia, and I want to wear my Raiders stuff, but it's just so hot to wear a hat. It's so hot to wear a hat. We could develop Brian Edwards for a cheaper into Galladay type of player. Yes, I agree with you, Dominique 5. Dominique 5, I agree with you 100%, bro. That is the actual truth. But give me 1 second, y'all. Let me see if I need to wipe off my camera because it looks very, very blurry for some reason. Let me just hop down real quick. Okay. Let me fix this real quick. All right, we good. We're good. We're good. We're good, Raider Nation. I just want to make sure my camera was clear. You know what I'm saying? And my chair is acting retarded for some reason. But yeah, your boy is back. I think Gruden is scared to draft a QB. Why? Why? You do not have a bigger size hoodie for me or in t-shirts. Walter Ross Sr., what is your size? What is your size? Why is my camera looking like that? Okay, here we go. That looks a little bit better now. What size are you, Walter Ross Sr.? I can make that happen for you. I could definitely make that happen for you. And shout out to Brent Childs for the $4.99 donation. We really do appreciate it too. Walter Ross says, I don't have a bigger size. Let me know what size is your t-shirt, and let me see if I can send you the link personally to a certain size, because certain shirts don't have certain sizes. All right, let me go to the actual chat real quick. Gruden do not need to draft a QB. He has a QB, but we do need a quarterback for the future because Derek Carr is coming into his 7th year. He got all the coaches from Tampa Bay. Yeah, you could say that as well. You could say that, but I just feel like the top people that are really a 5XL or a 6XL, yeah, they really don't run that big on certain shirts. I got to see what shirts and which things have that. Let me turn my Wi-Fi off here. All right, so we want to make sure that I'll look at a Walter Ross Sr. for a 5XL or a 6XL, and I would definitely send it over to you. Carr isn't going to be around forever. That's a fact. That's a fact. He's not going to be around forever. And I really haven't looked at any real rumors today, but I know according to Raider Honcho, he was saying that a lot of teams are interested in Richard Sherman, and the Raiders need to get on the ball if they want to really go get Richard Sherman, because of the fact that you have to realize if we don't have that type of cap space money, knowing that we don't, like they just said that Andre James contract don't have nothing to do with the cap space. Cool. But if you really want to go get Richard Sherman, you gotta do something with Mariota's contract. You gotta do something and get some of these players out of these contracts that we have. Seriously. Talking about Gruden in the draft picks, I think we need to let Mike Mayock make the draft picks this year. Why not? I don't think we need a real GM. I think Mike Mayock is a good GM. I just think that he shouldn't let John Gruden control who he wants to pick because it just don't help us in the run. Mike Mayock is a good draft analyst and know how to draft players. It's just that John Gruden, I think those two don't see eye to eye in certain things when it comes to draft picks, in my opinion. Please give Peterman a chance. He's been with the team 3 years and dump Mariota to sign more D. I wouldn't say just dump Mariota that quickly. If he's willing to reconstruct his contract, then yeah, I wouldn't getting Peterman a chance. Absolutely not. We need to get Sherman. Yes, Michelle, we need to get Sherman. We need to get Sherman. We need to get him. We're not taking calls right now until 5 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. 4 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. We're not taking called until about 4:15. So please do not call the line just yet. Please do not call the line because we're just going to have a chat right now until later on, at least till like 4:30 to have at least, some type of talk and have the people call in. So please do not call in just yet. Our Gruden should not make the picks right. No, Peterman. Chris Sims, homie. Chris Sims. Oh, man, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard if we trade or cut Mariota and reconstruct Carr's contract, that could save us somewhere between 22 to 27 million. That is correct. That's what I've heard too. So, yeah. Sherman is washed. The only reason why I say get Richard Sherman, because he's a leader. He knows how to help these younger guys get better. I'm not saying he's going to come in and make an immediate impact, but he need to hold these corners accountable. There's no real vet back there that could really nip it in the bud with these corners, with these young corners. I don't care. Like, he just needs to come in and mold these corners to be the best that they could be. He's a leader and he knows how to motivate. He knows how to tell people to take, own up to their responsibility, own up to their accountability. That's what I like about Sherman. It don't have nothing to do with his playmaking ability, but he does know how to mold young corners and young safeties. That's what I like about him. Cut Art and Key, Richard and Heath. Yeah, I would keep Heath, but I'll kind of let go of Richard and Art. Art and Key is more of me though. Art and Key needs to go. I'm tired of making him the potential. Get let Art and Key go, man. I don't care for him. It's nothing about believing in trade. You can believe in Trayvon Mullen, but the question is, we don't have no real experience back there. Trayvon Mullen, what? His 3rd year, 4th year, and sometimes he still get beat, and nobody holds him accountable for it. We believe in Trayvon Mullen. It don't have nothing to do with that. The question is, who is a real vet in our secondary? We don't have no real veteran presence in our secondary. We don't. So yes, we believe in Mullen. Don't get me wrong, but there's no real experienced vet back there. Sorry to say, it's not. It's not no real vet back there. It's not. Give me Adoree Jackson. Yeah, Mullen got exposed a lot last year, but we understand why, because it was Paul Guttner's office. I love Mullen. I love Mullen, and Arnett is still a project for Arnett to me. That's a problem that Trayvon Mullen is the best cornerback we have. We have really no depth there. Never lost it. That's why I didn't do a video on Never Lost It, because I'm not big on him. I'm not big on Never Lost It. I'm not big on Never Lost It. I'm not. Never Lost It is a scrub, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I was very skeptical why we brought Never Lost It back. I was very skeptical. Yeah, Never Lost It is trash to me. Arnett is a dog. We got to see. Because if he's not a dog, if you can't properly tackle, because Arnett can't properly tackle. That's my only problem with Arnett. I think he could cover real good. He can't properly tackle. Rarely does it traditionally have a lot of vets in his secondary, though. At least have one. I'm not saying go out and get this vet and that vet. Just go get one. One vet. One vet. That's all I'm saying. One vet. We have not had one good vet in that secondary in a long time. In a long time. And I think we need to go out and get at least one veteran corner. One veteran. I'm not asking for the top-notch corner. I need someone with experience to just help these boys out. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. Broken hand, my boy. It don't have nothing to do with that. If you leaning with your head, that's not proper. I've seen players in the NFL that had a cast on their hand and was able to properly tackle. So that's no excuse. If you had a broken hand and you played with a cast, that means you should know how to tackle. There's no excuse there. Sign Isaiah Wilson. Yeah. Isaiah Wilson, I think he played for the Denver Broncos, if I'm not mistaken. He was the offensive lineman for the Denver Broncos, if I'm not mistaken. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm sorry. But I've seen corners play with cast, and they was able to know how to tackle. Stop leaning with your head. You get paid millions of dollars to properly know how to tackle. Stop leaning with your head. Whisper Slayer, the chat is going by pretty fast. I can't see everybody's comments. Sorry. Arnett needs to learn how to tackle better, because I swear every single tackle he hopes he gets a big hit in the head and shook up on the play. Exactly, Sam. Exactly, Sam. What you think about my SEC comment? What is your SEC comment? But have the defense always missing tackles? Yeah, but we talking about properly tackling, because you see those concussions that Arnett had in his first year. Stop trying to hit people with your helmet and you be in concussion protocol. No, he was a rookie, right tackle from Miami. I don't know if he's available or not. I thought he got picked up already over the weekend. Tony L said, may I overcomplicate everything they do. Draft defensive players from the SEC. No more Ohio State DBs. Improve in the pudding. Play odds in the draft in the SEC here on out. It's just not the SEC that just have good players, though. The Big Ten has good players. The ACC got good players. It's not just the SEC. Yes, they do have some of the best players coming out. But you got to look at other conferences that have those gems. You got to look at it. You got to look at it. You think we'll go to Alabama and Clemson draft again? I mean, you will, but I think it's other gems at other places, like the University of Pittsburgh with Xavier Collins. Xavier Collins is not from a big school, but he's one of the top edge rushers and linebackers in the draft, in my opinion. The boy needs to learn how to tackle and stop making music. Hit with your shoulder and drive with your legs and pull your arms in basic tackle. Exactly. We can't draft players like we did in the 70s and 80s. We have some great players back then. We did, Dennis. We did. Isaiah Johnson is going to be a beast in this system. Hope so. I really want him to see what he could do at safety. I see what he really want to do in safety. That's one thing that I do want to say. Sign Justin Houston. Houston is too old. Justin Houston is too old. Absolutely not. Wise Raider, I respectfully disagree with you, by the way. I watch your videos and you low-key the funniest Raider on YouTube in my eyes. I mess with you, but Richard Sherman is far from trash. I don't think he's trash. I just think he's just coming into his father time, but I think he can still get the job done when needed. Titans in Miami, not Broncos. Okay, but I knew it was an offensive lineman that got waived by the Denver Broncos. I don't know his name, though. I don't know his name because I know Samoan Raider talked about him in his video over the weekend. It's like investing in something that you know got a good return on the investment and trying to hit the lotto, right? What's going on, Mateo Dominguez? What's going on, Mateo? No, Wilson was drafted first round last year. He is a free agent now. Arnett is a broke rapper. Wow. Let me see. Sherman gets roasted. Ogles can't keep up with 16 games. That's why you put him somewhere where he does have to do as much, like safety, because he can tackle. Out of all these corners that we have, Richard Sherman could be our best tackler outside of, as far as the cornerback position. He does come up and make tackles, even though that he's old and slow trying to cover. He can make tackles in the run game. That's one thing that Sherman still can do to this day. Yeah, and Sherman only wants to play for 2 more years. If we want to win right now, instead of being in rebuild mode, we need to get a Sherman, in my opinion. Arnett is friends with Tiger and Lil Yachty, and that's why Arnett is the way he is. The tackle being Elijah Wilkinson, and he was in Elijah Wilkinson, that was his name. Okay, got it. Get off of Arnett, man, Brian. I support all the Raiders on and off the field as long as you putting football first. Facts. Pick up Sherman and trade down for a nice right tackle, and we good. I think we should go right tackle at 17. I don't think we need to go defense at 17. Derek Carr is going to be 30 in a couple of days. Yeah. So we do need to draft a quarterback for the future. Not now, but for the future. I think y'all jumping the gun on the draft picks. Hit that thumbs up. Yeah, we got 92 people in the chat, man. 92 people in the chat. So hit that like button, y'all. Get those thumbs up. Get those thumbs up, man. Get those thumbs up. We really would appreciate it, man. We really would appreciate it. He's hanging out at a pool party and taking pictures with girls, hanging out with rappers where he's wearing a Gucci chain. Well, if we did not pay so much for RB, we could have gotten a veteran quarterback already, even a safety. I'm sorry, but I feel like Kenyan Drake was worth the money. I don't think we paid that much for him. People fail to realize when it comes to Kenyan Drake, he asked for more than what we gave him. So you got to give this man the respect. He was asking for $15-16 million guaranteed, and we gave him 11. He took a pay cut than what he was asking for. Y'all got to be realistic with that, man. If we wouldn't have paid money for Marcus Mariota still got a higher contract than Kenyan Drake. Let's talk about it. Marcus Mariota's contract is just as bad as Kenyan Drake's, but nobody's talking about that. Yeah, but we could have drafted a running back that would have been unproven. I'm not drafting no more running backs. Look what they did to Lynn Bowden. They drafted him, and they shipped him off. Hello. So why draft a running back just to ship him off again? I'm not risking that. Marcus Mariota contract is worse than Kenyan Drake's. Let's talk about it. Yeah, he's guaranteed $10.75 million, but those incentives goes up to at least 20 mil. He has almost 10 million in incentives. But we talking about Kenyan Drake. Come on, man. We're not going to do that. He was worth it. He was worth it. Kenyan Drake was worth it. It's not really been a lot of running backs that's proven right now that gives you 1,000 yards from scrimmage. Not just from the run game, but from the pass game. Marcus Mariota's contract is worse than Kenyan Drake's, and nobody wants to say enough about that, but people want to complain about Kenyan Drake's contract. Let's talk about how much he has. That Marcus Mariota's contract is almost $10 million in incentives. And he's getting paid almost $11 million without incentives. Come on. We got y'all as much as y'all talk about the draft and how all these good safeties, these good corners, and all that, why we can't get those in the draft? If there's so many great safeties, great running back, or great safeties, great corners, why we just can't get them in the draft? Why can't we? Marcus Mariota is really holding us up in the salary cap, not Kenyan Drake. Stop it. Stop it. Is Marcus Mariota holding us up in free agency? The Raiders overpaid for Marcus Mariota. I said it last year and I'm saying it now. You overpay for a backup quarterback to bite you in the ass. That's exactly what the Raiders did. Sorry to say, the Raiders overpaid for a backup quarterback that only saw one game. He needs to be cut. Forget trading him. Cut him. Put the blame on, need to blame Mike Mayock, the organization. Y'all gave a man a backup quarterback, starting quarterback money, and he's not a starter quarterback in his league right now. He's not. John Gruden is not actually holding us up because at the end of the day, Mike Mayock is the GM. He got to make the last decision. Yeah, I'm going to get a Kenyan Drake. I'm going to get a lot of people's jerseys this season. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of things to be blamed for. But at the end of the day, I felt as though I'm saying it today, and I'm saying it like I said it last year. We overpaid, like the way Galladay got overpaid, the same way we overpaid for Mariota. In my opinion. I just feel like but the only reason why I'm blaming Mariota right now, because if you want to be on a team, you would take a pay cut to help this team out. Why is it taking you so long to decide if you want to take a pay cut or not? I've never seen a backup quarterback take so long to take a pay cut. It doesn't make any sense to me. You're not that good of a quarterback, Marcus Mariota. You're not that great. You're not. You lost your starting job to Ryan Tannehill, bro. You lost your starting job to Ryan Tannehill. Ryan freaking Tannehill. And you couldn't stay injured. Stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb as hell. Yeah, if the Raiders reach, it falls on the personnel department. That's what it falls on. Those players that got injured wasn't regular tackles. Arnett is the best tackling cornerback that we have. I disagree. Because the way he's been tackling with his head and not his arms. Well, if that's the case, then what's the point of bringing in Mike Mayock? Why would you bring him? Why are you bringing a GM to not make the final decisions? It doesn't make, like, this is the problem with the Raiders organization, and this will always be the problem with the Raiders organization. The coaches just need to coach. The coaches, let the GM get the players for you. The coaches just need to coach. Why do you want to be a GM too? Look at Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien is gone because of that. You trade away your top wide receiver, and now Deshaun Watson is in distraught and don't want to be there because of this Texans organization and the way they're running it, because you had your coach running it as a GM and a coach. It's stupid. It is stupid. I'm not a big fan of it. Al Davis wouldn't have signed. In my opinion, Al Davis wouldn't have signed a backup quarterback for that much money. He wouldn't have done it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They drafted Jacobs a few years ago. We don't need to draft another running back. We got a veteran running back field. I'm happy with the running backs that we got. Yes, it's just an ego. Ain't no point of a coach being a GM. Let the GM do their damn job. And John Gruden got an ego. He's so egotistic that now Mike Mayock don't have to say so in signing players. What's the point of me getting paid to not do my job? I don't know what you're mad about him signing a WNBA team, but I think it's good for the culture and it's good for the Las Vegas. Mind you, they live in Las Vegas. They're the Las Vegas Aces. and they needed a new GM. Why not? Why not buy him? Bring revenue into their sport. Brian Edwards is going to break out, and we really reach on Ruggs. I like Brian Edwards. He will be close to 1,000 yards. I agree, Byron. Kenyan Drake is nice. We will have chemistry with Alabama and UCLA and Crimson Tide. Right. Y'all can't be real fans. Arnett is injured on game tackles, and where the man with the ball was already being tackled. Arnett joined in and injured his head. It was a few games that it wasn't game tackles. It was a few games that it wasn't game tackles. It was one-on-one tackles. What the hell, bro? What the hell?
It was 14 games. It wasn't until Gunther was gone that we truly started seeing gang tackling. And that's realistic for anybody that was watching games this past season. The major problems on the defense were they were arm tackling, missing a lot of that bullshit. They weren't angle pursuing it all. There's a lot of things that defense was not doing right, and it comes down to fundamentals with that. But Gunther just was putting people in the wrong spots as well, and that's what killed the defense as a whole the entire season. They were averaging giving up 30 points a game. For 2 consecutive weeks, they gave up over 200 yards in rushing to both the Falcons and the Jets. Any team that played us, they knew the major weakness was the run game. Whether it be an inside or outside, they could not be fucking stopped. Point blank period.
Well, just to let y'all know, we have Hammer House in the building. I was not expecting Hammer House to come on here and just pop up in my goddamn screen.
Surprise, surprise,
he
brother.
did. You didn't text me and let me know that you was coming. At least you gotta warn a guy, man.
You also didn't tell your brother that you were doing a live today, because I would have
I
would have been home ready to go.
Yo, you know I do my lives. I told you I'm doing them every day of the week. I told you that.
All right, you know what? Honest mistake, and I'll definitely be ready for tomorrow.
You be climbing into the group chat and don't know how to act. That's what it is. You don't be knowing how to act when it comes to the group chats.
Yo, I don't need the peanut gallery in the background talking shit. Shut the fuck up. Anyways,
you're lagging like crazy though.
That's because I'm not home. Hold on. Hopefully this Wi-Fi works. And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Hammer's in the building. I hope everybody's doing well on this awesome Monday. I'm sorry to interrupt my brother Darian.
See, I don't know. I don't know what just happened. He froze up for some reason. You
good now? Can you see me now?
Yeah, I can see you now.
All right. So
it's all good, brother.
Sorry for interrupting, bro. But we Raider Nation. We Raider Nation for life. So if he's doing something and I can jump on in and start putting my 2 cents in, it's gonna happen. Like, he knows I know football like the back of my hand. Been playing the shit since I was 3 years old. I'll give you guys the real deal whenever you ask.
Right, and people like understanding, like they didn't understand the Kenyan Drake contract. Like the guy was asking for 15, 16 million guaranteed. We gave him less than what he was asking for, and he still took it. So that tells you, even though that he was asking for 15, 16 million guaranteed, he only took 11. And people talking about, if we want to overpay for a running back, we would have got our safety. And we wasn't even looking at safeties and corners in that first week. We wasn't. The first week of free agency. We didn't look at not one corner, not one goddamn safety. Because that was the case, they would have been like, we could have got one. AJ Abuye visit us. He left the building without a contract, and we had money for him. So what are we saying here?
So what happened last week was the main priority, and we've talked about this countless times. Top priority has been the defense, but Gus Bradley and his type of defenses, when he was in Seattle and had the Legion of Boom, when he was in LA, the focal point of his defense is the front seven. The front seven is the most important thing. That D line has been god awful, and he needed to make some moves. And at the same time, we had issues with the offensive line in regards to Jackson being released. When Hudson found out about that, as close as him and Jackson were, He was like, I want out too. We made a deal. They were going to cut him. Then they got a phone call from Arizona. Hey, why don't we do this instead? And luckily now we have the 79th and 80th overall pick in the third round as a result of that. In regards to John Brown, I don't think he needed that much money. Drake, he's a good.
But John Brown took a pay cut too, though, Hammer. He said it in the press conference that he had higher offers from other teams, and he took the Raiders contract instead of taking them higher offers.
Okay. With Drake got decent amount of money for an RB2. And as an RB2, dude can definitely complement Jacobs in the backfield. I'm perfectly fine with that deal. Now, I don't know for those that are in here right now, if you saw the video that I put up over the weekend, it might have been Friday night in regards to Mariota. Mariota is at the point now where the Raiders gave him an ultimatum. Either you take the pay cut and make $3 million this coming season, or we cut you. He's originally supposed to be making $10.725 million, which for a backup quarterback is insane. At the same time,
he getting almost up to $10 million in incentives, so that brings it up to like $20 million.
Right. So in regards to what I posted, I think it was last night or during the day yesterday, if they are to cut him, Arden Key, and Jalen Richard, they're freeing up $18 million in more money for us to play around with and look for a veteran in the secondary to fill that spot. First round, somebody in here just said that we're going to get a safety in the first round. I don't see that happening when our offensive line is not full yet. We need to draft a right tackle with that first overall pick for us. I'm telling you right now. And then we can worry about filling other holes if we don't fill the gaps that we have with the secondary. I still want Javon Holland. He'll be there in the second round. He'll be there maybe in the third round. But right now we need a right tackle in that first round draft pick. Let's try to find a vet in the secondary that we can sign. There's still plenty of guys available, including Richard Sherman. We have to wait and see how this plays out right now. But we also need to have the cap. We have to have the cap money as well.
And this is my thing, though. Dominique Fox said, would I rather have Kenyan Drake or Anthony Harris? Let me tell you something right now. You have not heard any reports since I've been doing this day by day. I have not heard no reports that the Raiders are even looking at Anthony Harris. I don't think we took a look at him. Because look what he got in Philadelphia. He got 1 year, $5 million. When we had $5 million and he signed with the Eagles and we had the money, we didn't go get him. So I don't even think we were in interest in Anthony Harris from the get-go. Because I have not heard. I've been doing this show for the last 5. This is the 6th day I've been doing this show compared to last week. And I have not heard no news for the Raiders going after Anthony Harris. And when we did have the money to get Anthony Harris, we did not pull the trigger. So whose fault is really as that is? That's the Raiders.
What do you think of Fuller? Because I know he just got cut by the Bears. What do you think about Fuller? What do you think about bringing him in on maybe a 1 year deal?
He signed with the Broncos.
It's official? It's official? Yeah. He did sign with them?
Yeah, like after he got released, hour later, the Broncos picked him up.
Fuck. All right.
He's on a 1 year, $9 million deal.
A fair contract for Richard Sherman. Sherman already had a payday. He's already saying it himself that he's playing 2 more years and he's done. I would go, if we were going to do a 2-year lock-in, I would give him roughly a 2-year between $12 to $15 million contract.
Nope.
How much would you offer?
And Mike Hall, thanks for the $199 donation. Thank you so much for the $199 donation. We could also get Melifonwu in a 4th and the 5th round, possibly. But think about it. Sherman said he only wants to play 2 more years, right?
Yes.
He's not right now. His worth is not at no 12 million. He's not no double-digit $1 million corner right now. He's not.
Bro. I'm saying for 2 years. For 2 years, he would look in the ballpark between $6 to $7 million a year. That's not bad.
It's not bad. But right now, with the salary cap being decreased from the NFL, he's not going to get that kind of money for 2 years.
that's also a reason. That's also why I believe that we're seeing so many one-year deals in free agency so far. That's exactly why we're seeing these one-year deals, because of the new league salary right now. That's playing a huge role in it.
Right. Right. And he said he's asking y'all opinion, who would you rather have her? I'd rather have Kenyan Drake, because it took too long for Anthony Harris to find a team. It took too long for Anthony Harris to find a team to actually give him a chance, because he had a down year last year.
Do we know what other teams were interested in Drake, actually?
It wasn't that many. And the only reason why, because he was asking for 15, 16 million guaranteed, and he didn't get that. So he took the pay cut with the Raiders, and he wanted to come here. So the Raider Nation can't be mad at that.
I'm still trying to get used to doing this on my phone, but I'm having fun already, and I've only been in here a few minutes. And thank you to everybody that's in here, because I'm looking from the StreamYard app right now, and I see we have 139 viewing right now. We only got 2 likes. We need to get that up.
We need to get 58 likes. We only got 58 likes with 136 people in the chat. I'm not understanding.
Show some love, guys. You guys are in here. Obviously, everybody that's in here is Raider Nation, is Black Hole Nation. Show some love for us. You know what it is.
Right. Absolutely. So we definitely need y'all to come on in here and hit that like button. There's no way it's 135 people in here with 67 likes. That's impossible. Sherman is looking for a retirement fund. I hope not.
I don't think he's not. I'm telling you right now, if any team signs him, even if it's not us, no team is breaking the bank for him. I'm telling you that right now. No team's breaking the bank for him. I'm looking at it from the standpoint for Sherman that he's a vet. He's played under Bradley. He knows the 4-3 defense like the back of his hand. He could tutor these young kids like Arnett and Abram and get them playing at their full potential, because Gunther sure as hell wasn't fucking doing that this past year.
Right.
Okay, here's the like smash him. Looks like an NF. Oh my god! Wow. No, you duck, Courtney. Shut up. My apologies. My older brother. I'm at my family's house. My older brother's over here causing trouble.
All right, so let me go back. I'm sorry. I was getting some. I had some business to take care of through text. What exactly will Sherman teach that Gus Bradley can't? Just draft players down. Let me say something before I go on Mike Hawk's 199 donation. J-Dog, I'm gonna tell you this right now about Sherman, right? Can you tell us in the last 3 to 4 years, can you tell us a real solid cornerback that we had that actually knows how to, that actually had experience and was successful being experienced in this league as a corner? Can you name one corner in the last 3 or 4 years that made an impact by motivating and helping these guys on the field? Gus Bradley can't be on the field.
Facts.
He can't be on the field. So you need a corner that has that championship experience. You need a corner that has experience. No matter if he lost a step or not, he knows how to mold and take these players to give them have them take accountability for their actions on the football field.
You said the last 3 or 4 years, not over a decade ago, Bernard.
That's all I'm saying. But we saying last 3 to 4 years. What's it have not played in the last 3 to 4 years?
Yeah, we all miss Woodson, man.
That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Mike Hawk for another 99 super chat. If Slater there, we need to get him at 17. No excuses. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we should go offensive tackle at that 17 position. We should go there.
Yep. And I like what I've seen so far from the stuff that I've watched. And there's a couple other guys that I had people at work that were telling me about yesterday to look up. And I'm looking at like the top available, but Slater's up there. Like I wouldn't mind having him. But yeah, we need the offensive line help right now because anybody that's a coach, anybody that's played the game, they'll tell you if your offensive line don't work, your offense ain't going to work, period. And we need a solid offensive line for specifically Jacobs to have a bounce back year. Most definitely.
Right.
I was very I was disappointed this past season with him, and he's one of my favorite players. I love the kid coming out of Bama. I said it from the jump that we had to have him, but this was a very disappointing season this past year.
What are you talking about, Christian Barmore?
No, Jacobs.
Oh. All right, so I did see the tweet, Icy Nate. Thank you so much. I did see the tweet from Vinny. He said it would be interesting to see what the Marcus Mariota contract numbers would look like after the Raiders do make an official deal today. The starting QB market has really dried up for him. See? And then he says,
and that's what we've been saying.
Then he says, also re-signing him at a lower number makes it much more attractive trade targets. And should another team need a quarterback, bit of an injury or dissatisfaction in training camp and during the season.
He's 1,000% right on that. And Dennis
Shout out to
Ortiz,
Icy Nate, you deserve that moderator for that. So you will become a moderator for the Spotlight Raiders talk. Let's go.
Boom. Dennis Ortiz, I definitely like what you're saying right now when we're in regards to who we should draft. And at the same time, for those that don't know right now, as of right now, this upcoming draft, we have 8 total picks in the draft, man. 8 picks. That is a lot. That's a lot of talent that we can bring on to this team that can definitely help, especially if we get the right pieces that can become starters in their rookie seasons. So I'm definitely looking forward to the draft and seeing how it plays out for us. I wish I could be there, but you know what? It is what it is.
Right. I mean, like I said, we still got 132 people in the chat with 90 likes. Kellen Moore, you got to be in here. Listen, the more active that you're in here on an everyday basis, then you will earn that. Everybody earns their mod. Everybody earns their mod. And just to let y'all know, if y'all have not seen the pinned comment, make sure y'all check out the Spotlight Raiders Talk merch. Make sure y'all go get you a hoodie, a hat, a mug, anything that represents. I am working on the baby Trent Brown t-shirts. I'm working on a logo for that. I'm literally working on a logo for that. So be patient with the baby Trent Brown t-shirts and make sure y'all be prepared for the Loyal to the Nation t-shirts, because I'm putting them on the Spotlight Raiders Talk as well, getting them graphics done as we speak. So Kellen Moore, you say you've been here since 1.2K. Yeah, before I changed it for the Spotlight Sports Talk to the Spotlight Raiders Talk. So I understand that, but I gotta see you more in here during the Raiders chats. Not just because you've been here since day one, because it was Spotlight Sports Talk before it changed to Spotlight Raiders Talk. Yeah, I'm actually getting the baby Trent Brown t-shirts done, Hammer. Yes, I am.
I'm definitely gonna have to get one, most definitely.
But I'm trying to think, should I put Trent Brown face on there or put my face on there?
Put whose face? Yours?
Yeah, like do I put mine like in a cartoon face of baby Trent Brown? Like
that would be some funny shit. I like that idea, actually.
Or it could be a split, or it could be a split image of my face and his face. I don't know. I'm just asking, bro. I'm just asking, man.
I like it. But I think we should use yours. That should be dope. She said your face on Trent Brown's body. Okay.
Oh, my face on Trent Brown's body? Wow. Trent's body in a uniform with your face. That might be interesting, but I don't want to get no copyrights because of it's the Raiders uniform. I ain't trying to get no copyrights, man.
Baby Trent Brown's face. Oh, I'm fucking dead. I'm dead.
All right, so I guess the bull of safety, Jaquisi Tart for the 49ers, he's going back to the 49ers for a 1-year deal.
I saw that happening.
Make sure you put the diamond earrings on there too. Oh my God. What y'all think about Richie Grant? What you think about Richie Grant, Hammer?
I need to see something before I can make a decision on that.
All right, so Stack says, what does becoming a mod actually mean? A mod is really where you have to really moderate the chat from the negativity, the spamming, but it really comes with being consistent in the chat. If you on here every single day of the week, no, because I'm only doing 5 days a week. I do these shows. I'm not gonna be doing them on Saturday and Sunday. Monday through Friday, we will be having this show. So just being in the chat consistently, make sure it ain't you got to watch the trolls. You got to watch the negativity in the chat. You just got to do your job. Bernard's one of my top moderators. He really knows what to do, like help out with the links, like post the Spotlight Sports Network link, or if we put Hammer House link in there. So it's just been like that. So
and for those that are in here right now that haven't yet, because I got all the rated content just as much as my brother does. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. Check out my channel at Hammer's House, guys. Please make sure to like, sub, and smash the shit out of that bell. It would definitely be much appreciated. I'm trying to DC is what I did over the weekend. I'm in my car at work on breaks putting up content for you guys. I'm trying to grind out. It's just been difficult working these 16 hours as a first responder. So I'm trying to do what I can for you guys. It's much love.
Right. They said, Cliff82 said, what are you vaping on?
What do I have in it? It's like a strawberry mango thing right now from my shop in the Bronx. Shout out to my boy Dale at Beard Plus Vape in the Bronx. Thank you, Bernard. Much appreciated, brother. And check it out. I finally got my own custom URL. It took long enough, but we finally made 100 not too long ago, and we could finally make it look legit.
Thank you, Icy Nate, as well. Thank you, Icy Nate. Make sure y'all go over and subscribe to Hammer House. He's going to give you that Raiders content as well. They said sometimes the chat so good and Bernard is so fast at moderating. He is.
Hell yeah. He's spot on with that.
And JB said, do a cartoon logo of a baby sitting down with your head and eat a fruit roll up like Trent Brown. Put the baby Trent Brown at the.
Do it. I like that idea. You better save that. We might have to do that one. I like that one. I want that. I want that now.
Do a cartoon of a baby sitting down with your head, eat a fruit roll up like Trent Brown, and put the baby Trent at the bottom. Yo. How y'all feel about that, y'all? How do y'all feel about that? Nice talking to you last week, my brother. Sherman would definitely help the DB's mind right. That's priceless, right? That's what I'm saying. It is priceless.
Thank you.
It's priceless. So why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? I would prefer it. I'll definitely prefer it.
You got people saying F. Sherman like, yo, he originally came out as a Seahawk. He was never a rival. Just because he played for the Bay for a small period of time, that don't mean you gotta hate the dude. His football IQ is ridiculous, and he's a kid from Stanford with an amazing, just intellectually, he's a good dude, man. And I definitely think he would help this defense significantly.
He's good for the locker room, because a lot of people have been talking about the Sherman and bringing Earl Thomas in to bring in that old Legion of Boom back.
I've said it to you a few times. I'm with it.
And you talked about this off the air, and I said I'm all good for Richard Sherman because where his mind is at. We don't know where Earl Thomas' mind is at. We don't know if he's going to be a cancer in the locker room like he was with Seattle and Baltimore. We just don't know where his mind is at. And I'm nervous to go out and go get an Earl Thomas and he be a cancer to the locker room. I am nervous about that. I am scared. We already had a cancer. Well, we didn't have a cancer in the locker room, but Nelson Aguilar did call these players out, and now he's not here. So what, is Earl Thomas going to fight his players at training camp again? We just don't know.
Here's the thing, bro. And you have to look at it from this standpoint. He wasn't getting like that until the Legion of Boom was slowly dismantled. When he flipped off Pete Carroll after that injury, who was not there? Richard Sherman. Think about that. The relationship that he has with Sherman, I think it would benefit him where he would be able to control that behavior if he, in fact, comes with Sherman to Vegas. And that's what I knew that that's where you were going to go with it. And that's where I feel like a lot of people are trying to go with it. Like, oh, he's a cancer. He did this, that, and the third. I feel if you bring Sherman on board and Sherman gets in his ear and tells him to come and pretty much don't make me look bad. Don't make me regret this. Don't fuck this up. He'll be fine.
I think Sherman would do that, but the only reason why he flipped off the Seattle Seahawks because he wanted a new contract. He wanted more money.
I
remember.
Wanted more
money. I think he wouldn't have did that if he wouldn't have got his contract. But how can you explain the fight in Baltimore? How can you explain that?
Bro, shit happens with teams. Like you've played the game. You had to have had a teammate or two that you didn't get along with. I've had that happen. I got into a fight in the middle of practice one day. I'm in the middle of we're going offense versus defense, and they have me in the backfield. And one thing you don't do when you're in practice is you go for your teammates' knees. Dude went for my knee one time and almost caught me. The second time, I fucking shook him out of his cleats, and then he tried to go for it the third time. I punched a dude in the face. You don't do that shit.
But I got a question for you, though.
What's up?
Even though they fought in there and they released them, don't you think it was what happened behind the scenes on the reason why they released Earl Thomas? Because you just don't.
The domestic violence.
Everybody fights at training camp. You always going to get a fight with your teammate at a training camp, but it doesn't get you to a point where you get released from the team and nobody picks you up the rest of that year. Think about that.
I like what Raider Moore just said, though. Thomas is a guy Al Davis would love to bring in. Absolutely. We need guys that have some type of discipline and self-control, but at the same time will knock your dick in the dirt on the drop of a dime.
I just don't want Earl Thomas is just that, Earl Thomas is a great player on that football field. He is. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. It's the off the field antics that he has. With those Twitter fingers, he's an issue with that. And I think John Gruden and Mike Mayock is not going to put up for it. It's like we doing Antonio Brown all over again. That's what it looks like.
Yo, Marty,
just like Antonio Brown, he has the talent, but his off the field antics ruined his career, and that's what happened with Earl Thomas.
Okay. Let's move on and look for another corner then, folks, or another safety.
Okay, so let's look into the chat. He said Earl Thomas wasn't being targeted, though. He got called out for the effort and messing up plays in practice, but we still trying to figure out behind the scenes on why he got released. Stack said, Hammer House, I am your 121st subscriber. Marty said, we need no divas. I think we're better. That's better than the rest of the team. That's another thing too. DCR2, the second power, said he was fighting because someone was clowning him for his off the field decisions. I would have clowned them too. Well, if you're doing that, then that's an issue.
You're asking me to punch in the face. Hello.
Right. The Raiders, Dwayne says the Raiders play hard with Mariota, wouldn't take a pay cut, so he held until all the teams pick up a QB. Now he don't take the cut. It won't be a market for him. All right, Dwayne, let me tell you something. Let me say something to Dwayne about this, right?
Yep.
Y'all are basing Marcus Mariota off for one game that he had to come in for Derek Carr that a Chargers team was not prepared for. Y'all got to think about that, man. He should never got that contract from day one.
But I told you why. We've had that conversation over and over and over again. He got that contract to light a fire up.
No. You could have signed him for cheaper to put a fire under Derek Carr's ass. You could have signed him for cheaper. Sorry,
you're right. They could have, but they didn't. And then now we are with this situation because the contract that he originally got was like a 2-year, $17 million deal, but the incentives were going to reach, if he hit the incentives, was going to be nearly a 2-year, $40 million contract. For those that are unaware, Damian Hardy, we got Incognito. Why not Earl Thomas? You know why? All right, so Incognito had his problems. He had the whole bully incident, which I don't care what anybody says. Jonathan Martin is softer than baby shit. But he cleaned that up. But there was also another incident where he got into it. I think it was with like in-laws or something at a family funeral or something to that effect. But dude got counseling and everything and got that together. But he's still one of the most dominant offensive linemen in the league. He re-signed with us to ride off into the sunset as a Las Vegas Raider. That's why he's back for one more year.
Right. And I don't mind bringing in Incognito. I have no issue with it. I love the fact that Incognito brings his veteranship in bringing Denzel Good that had a great year last year. We brought some players back. Andre James is going to look like he's going to have to fight with Nick Martin for that center spot. I do love the deal that Andre James got. We have him for the next 4 years. Once he keeps developing, he might be the next Rodney Hudson. Sometimes we got to move on for what's great because of their age and what they have been doing. We didn't understand why they did Rodney Hudson the way they did, but we could understand for a salary cap situation and the way salary cap is this. Huh? Say what, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I was saying like
the way you like went in and out for a sec. It's not.
Oh, my bad. It say that but I just feel like at the end of the day, Rodney Hudson did so much while he was here for us. It was just time to move on. And just from a business aspect, it was sad that we had to do what we had to do, but at the end of the day, he's going to be good. And Nick Martin come into battle with Andre James, which Icy Nate just said, is going to be a good training camp for them if we do have a physical training camp this year. Hopefully we do. But I love Incognito. I think he comes in and affects the offense, and he comes in and he helps these younger guys, especially when we get these guys in the draft. That's why I said you need at least a good experienced veteran on every position of your football team. You have to.
Absolutely. Nick Martin, I'm happy with the deal. And I'm happy that they signed him. Like, this dude gave up 1 sack the entire 2020 season. Like, that's amazing. Like, especially for a team in Houston that was not that great this past season. And to touch back on Incognito real quick before we move on, I remember a couple of years ago when Incognito signed with the Bills with Rex Ryan as the head coach. And then they signed IK I can't remember. I don't want to butcher a dude's last name. I'm just going to call him IK. This was the dude that punched out Geno Smith. So you had a bully squad right there, too. Like, we need those type of dudes that will beat the shit out of anybody in a different color jersey moving forward, man. We need that old school mentality. We need that hard-nosed fucking snot bubble type hits. Like, we need to bring that shit back, and we need to bring that back to the culture immediately. That's what Raider Nation was and should always be about. We are the bullies. Whether you like it or not, we are the fucking bullies.
But that's the thing for that's the thing for, like, when it comes to being bullies. We are in a different era of football right now where no team can be. You got to be bullies in a different way. We can't be bullies of the 70s, bullies of the 80s, even bullies of the 90s. We can't. The game has changed so much, and the game has gotten so soft. I would love to see the old school Raider play. I would love to see that old school style. But the way the media sets up the way things are, and the new rule changes every year on what's not pass interference, what's not pass interference, what's a rough the passer, what is not a rough in the passer. Every call is being questioned. So for us, it really hurts the Raiders the way we want to play, because now everything is turned to be soft in this league.
I think Incognito's ceiling is higher than Thomas at this point in his career. Marty just said Incognito is almost 40 and he has a higher ceiling than Thomas. I'm intrigued why. I really want to hear this as well. So
okay,
let's see what you got to say.
Incognito, we all knew that Incognito had bad rep when he was with Buffalo, but for the things that he said. But if you look at when he got out of Buffalo and he came to us, you have not heard a lick from him. He's been more of a leader on that offensive line than he ever was in Buffalo. Let's just be realistic there. Number two, he's not a person he's not the same person that he used to be. We don't know what type of person Earl Thomas is right now. We don't know. What is Earl Thomas' mindset right now? That's the thing. We don't know if he wants to come in and be selfish. Because Incognito could have came in and been selfish. But he didn't come in to be selfish. He came in here to try to win games and help this younger core out at the offensive line. Many times when players went down and Incognito play, he made sure he helped out the next young person next to him. The question is, what will Earl Thomas do? Will he be a leader for this defense? And that's the question. And that's the difference between Incognito and Earl Thomas. We don't know if Earl Thomas is going to come in and be a veteran leader to this younger core, or he's going to come in to be selfish. That's what makes it more intriguing.
Yo, Marty's absolutely right. He's Incognito's done a lot of growing up since his dad's funeral. And yeah, he has. And I touched on it before. I said, after that whole ordeal with the funeral, he got counseling. So it definitely helped him come to the other side as a better person.
Icy Nate, I'm looking at it as we speak from Vinny. He says nothing official yet, but signs pointing to something going down. So we don't know nothing yet, but it's still talking about the Mariota situation. I'm right on point with you. Man.
Kaepernick got blackballed for speaking up, and when a team dumps you, all the owners look at it. I think that's what's happening to Thomas and Vontaze. Vontaze was just a dangerous player, and you know what? I will admit that he was a dangerous player, but
I didn't think that hit needed to kick him out the league, though. Again,
no, absolutely not. But he's one of those guys that, like, if he's on your team, you better be grateful that he's playing on your side, because if not, you're a dead man walking.
I don't think Earl Thomas is getting blackballed. We just need to see if he's going to come. Is he going to come in to be a team player? That's the problem. Because Earl Thomas, really, if you really look at his type of play style, he was never a team player. He went out there and played for himself. He went out there and played for a contract that he wanted to get big money on. So we have to
Sherman on a 1-year deal. I would even take a one.
I'm not taking. People say I'll still take Earl Thomas. I just don't think it doesn't fit our culture anymore. The way the Raider culture is, it doesn't fit our culture, but definitely bring in Sherman. I think Sherman fits more of our culture than Earl Thomas does. I think Hammer froze up again, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Why did we resign Nixon? Why did we resign Lawson? I hated those two moves. That's why I didn't do a video on it. I did not like those moves. Understand you want depth at the position, but they were not great last year. But you got to be proven with a new defensive coordinator. So, and both, I can see it from both ways. We got to see it from both ways. Hey, Icy Nate, send it to the Spotlight Raiders Talk, because I'm not going to open up another tab. I don't know what happened to Hammer, y'all. I do not know what happened to Hammer. So I'm going to just put my overlay back on for y'all, which is this right here until Hammer comes back in. But at this moment, we're about to open up the phone lines. We are about to open up the phone lines for people to call in. So let me get everything set up as we speak. Just give me a moment, and we're going to open up the phone lines and have to see what y'all have to say about that. But Lawson is a bum. Lawson is definitely a bum. Thank you, Icy Nate. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. So according to Icy Nate, he did inbox it to me, and it says the notion that the Raiders and Marcus Mariota are moving to either restructure or his release or trade soon. We'll see. Hopefully we get something out of it, or we fill up cap space. I don't know why we signed, Lawson and Nixon back, but we got to see what they doing this Gus Bradley. Hold up, y'all. I didn't open up the lines yet. I did not open up the lines yet. Please stop calling. I still got to connect my Bluetooth to this. So please don't call the phone just yet. I got to connect the Bluetooth to it so we can get this going. So All right, so we do have it connected. Give me 1 second, y'all. Once we come back from this brief break, then I am going to open up the phone line. So we will be right back in like a few seconds. You do not want to miss this, ladies and gentlemen. Don't want to miss this. Be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back. I had to make a quick run real quick before we open up the phone lines, and I'm going to put the number up here as we speak. So let me just get that all set up because we do have the lines open. So if you do want to call into the show, this is the number that you want to call in. Go ahead and call into the show. We have the time now. We are all good to go. And if you make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If this is your first time ever being at the YouTube page, we would suggest that you subscribe and hit the bell button and get the latest news and all Raiders news, man. So make sure y'all open up the phone lines. The phone lines are officially open. If you want to call in as soon as possible. The app is officially open. So we can have these people call in and see what's going on with y'all, man. See what's going on with y'all on this Monday afternoon to talk about it. All right, so we have a caller coming in. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk. This is Darian. How are you today? Who's calling? Where you from?
I see Nate. I'm doing good.
I'm sorry, I hear your background, so you have to turn that down. And before we get into the phone call, Andy, I'm sorry that I didn't see the comments get ignored because the comments be going by so fast. We don't see every comment. So if you want to call up and talk to me personally on the call-in show, you could definitely call the number that's on the screen. We really do appreciate your support. So what's going on, man? How are you today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. So what's your question you got for us today?
Shut the fuck up, you bitch ass nigga.
Here we go. So it's the 760 number, so that's going to get blocked. We already starting off with the negativity already. Starting up with the negativity. No, you don't get it. They never plan on keeping Mariota. They always going to trade him. That's why they didn't care for the second year of his contract. They never plan on Mariota blocking. All right, so here we go. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where you calling from?
Hey, Darian. This is Tony from LA. I believe I talked to you before a couple of days ago. Glad for you to pick my phone up again.
Oh, hey, man. What's going on? Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Thank you for calling back in.
Yeah, no worries, man. Like I said, I've been enjoying the show. I've been enjoying your takes. Like I said, just really been loving everything you've been doing.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it, man. So what questions you got for me today?
Well, we all know that free agency will, as far as like the crazy part of it's over with. And, like I said, we still have, a few positions we need to fill. And I'm just curious, as far as the positions we need, which is basically, right tackle, corner, and safety, out of those positions, which do you think would be better to fill in either draft-wise or free agency-wise? So starting with right tackle, because I think with right tackle, I think we should start with a new draft pick, getting one of those new college players coming in, as far as like building familiarity, with the rest of the offensive line. And as far as I think defensive backs, I think we should fill in with veterans because we have a young defensive backfield. And I just think that we have a lot of talent in there. If we can just get a solid veteran presence, as you mentioned before in the show, like a Richard Sherman, or anyone like that who's willing to come in on a cheaper deal, and just teach these young guys how to win, how to have the right attitude, how to have that right aggression. I think it would be really solid. What do you think?
I think when it comes to the offensive line, I think we should definitely look into the draft for the offensive line. If you want to go defensive back, we definitely got to get at least one veteran in that defensive backfield. And I feel like Sherman is there, but I think there's some other corners that I really didn't get a chance to research up today. But I know it's some other corners, other veteran corners. I think Adoree Jackson is still out there, which is another veteran corner that I would love to get out there. But I mean, he has not signed anywhere. I thought he was going to sign with the Giants, and he ended up not signing with the Giants. So I think we should go out and get Sherman or get Adoree Jackson, or look at somebody, that's, if we can't get either of them because of cap space. And mind you, with the cap space with the draft, that's already taken out. So if we gotta go younger, and Gus Bradley got to work with a younger squad, which he's used to, I don't mind that. I mean, he did that for Casey Hayward with the Chargers. So I just feel like with that defensive backfield, I think he knows how to mold a defensive backfield if we don't get a veteran like Sherman or like a Adoree Jackson. But I think most likely it's going to look like it's going to be a draft situation as of right now when it comes to those positions.
Yeah, because I was just wondering, because as far as like, for the defensive backfield, like I said, we have a bunch of young guys on the team, like Trayvon Mullins entering his third year, Arnett, Robertson, Johnson are entering their second years, Jonathan Abram goes his third year is really the second year. We have a lot of young guys, and I just feel like all those guys could benefit from an alpha type veteran guy who's been like a Sherman, like who's done everything you can, made Pro Bowls, won a Super Bowl, been All Pro, has been considered the best at his position for a while. And I just think you bring someone in like that, to mentor these guys and teach these guys how to do it properly, how to do it the right way, and I just think it'll benefit from them. And as far as the offensive line, I think the real reason, like I said, we got rid of Gabe Jackson, Rodney Hudson, because I truly believe they also wanted to get younger. Like you saw earlier this morning, Andre James getting that contract extension, and and also bringing back Denzel Good, who's so versatile. And then they brought in the guy from the Broncos, I believe was his last name, Wilkinson, I believe.
Yeah, but he had a visit. He has a visit, but it wasn't official that Wilkinson signed with us.
Yeah, I know. So I know he had a visit, but he's also a guy who could play guard and tackle.
Right.
So obviously, they have an idea of their offensive line. They want guys that can play multiple positions, and I just feel like I feel like they could possibly do that in the draft as well. As look for one of these young guys out of college that has played multiple positions, that can't play anywhere along the offensive line, and sort of plug him into that. Because like you said, we don't know who's still going to play right guard or right tackle, because we know Denzel Good is coming back, but is as a guard or a tackle. So either way, one of those positions is going to have to be looked after. And I really do believe they're going to look for a versatile offensive lineman in the draft.
Okay. So we do have a person in the chat that said, we need to build a D through the draft. An age vet free agent isn't the answer. We're not saying an age free agent, but we need a free agent that has that playoff experience, that Super Bowl experience, because we don't have nobody in our defensive backfield that have not seen a playoff game at all. They have not seen experience from a vet. They just been really doing it on their own because Gunther was terrible as a defensive coordinator. So to bring in at least one vet in the defensive backfield, I think it would change the whole aspect of how that position is being played.
Absolutely. Like I said, sometimes that veteran presence does make the difference, to help these young guys out, because obviously, when you're young, you want to enter the league. They obviously want to, if they have that fire in them, you want to bring that guy who still has that fire burning as bright as it can be. And I believe, Richard Sherman, it can be that guy. It's one, it's just a suggestion really, but yeah, man, that's just, what I wanted to put my 2 cents in. And just one last quick thing before I'll let you all. I know it's way too early to say this, but I just need to know from you, man. Like, what are your expectations from the Raider D lines now that we just stocked up on so many guys? We got Yannick Ngakoue. We brought in Solomon Thomas and brought in a bunch of guys on the D line. Obviously,
Matt Dickerson, Quentin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a
Oh,
few,
yeah, just a bunch of guys.
So
yeah, and I'm just wondering what Gus Bradley would. Obviously, he's focused on the defensive front seven. Bringing back guys like Morrow and Hankins, and I believe guys like Crosby and Farrell, and they're going to benefit a lot from that. So I'm just thinking, like, what are your expectations from that defensive front? Even though it's a little early, just what are your expectations? Do you believe?
I feel like the expectations are high for this defensive line. You go out and get one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, and Yannick Ngakoue. So Rob Millinari knows he's going to be a defensive line coach. He's going to have to he's going to have to work his magic with this one. He's going to have to work his magic, because if you ain't getting no sacks with the line that we just got in free agency, there's an issue. Yeah. It's an issue.
Absolutely.
And I really hope that this is one of the best D linemen that we have. I say this is one of the best underrated D lineman group in a while. I thought Malik Collins was going to come in and be great. I thought, mind you still got Mo Hurst on that defensive line too. So it's just we just gotta make sure everybody stay fresh and make sure they rotate at the nice time. Our D line is really, really good, but I gotta see it in action. I have to see it in action. So hopefully hopefully we can see a training camp, or we can see some type of preseason, just see a little bit of it,
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we still have David Irving as well, and like I said, I think that's the key. We have depth now. We have a lot of depth on that defensive front,
right?
And I truly believe, getting a guy like Ngakoue, because you need that that underrated, that monster on the defensive line. You know what I mean? That alpha type, that number one. He's the number one guy on the line. You got to look out for an offensive lineman. Then you got a guy like Max Crosby, where he's best at. He's a good pass rusher who gives you 100% every single snap. You have a guy like Cleveland Farrell, who's really good in the run game. And then you have guys along the rotation, like you said, Mo Hurst, the Hankins, David Irving and Solomon Thomas and guys like that. And yeah, man, I just feel like the defensive line has a good chance to wreak havoc this upcoming season. And hopefully, like you said, Rob Marinelli will hopefully work his magic on them, really coach them up really well. And we should, keyword should, see a lot of great things from them.
Absolutely. So just to let you know, before you head out, Vinny did tweet out again. He said, right now as the Raiders backup, but only because I can imagine any other team viewing him as a starter, and therefore the compensation for him doesn't outweigh the insurance. He's represented as Derek Carr's backup. So that's what we're seeing so far. I'm keeping y'all up to date with the Marcus Mariota situation, but thank you so much for calling in, man. We really do appreciate you calling in again, man. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Like I said, thank you for having me. Like I said, I love the show. Obviously, those idiots that call in and try to hate on you, whatever. You know what you're doing, man. You're doing big things. They're just hating. That's all they're doing.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So, listen, if you ain't got haters, you ain't popping. That's just what it is.
Amen, my man. Freaking man.
That's just
all right, man. I'll let you go. Have a great day, and have a great rest of the show.
All right, you too, man. Have a good day.
All right, you too. Peace.
All right, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was the real first call of the day. So somebody's calling from a restricted number. I don't know what it is, but let's see who it is. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this calling, and where you from?
Shut up, nigga. I'll fucking
up. So he's calling from a restricted number, so we're not going to talk to him. So he's out of here. So I don't know who this person is. I hope he's in the chat. I don't know who. I really want him to speak up in the chat. Speak up. Tell me who you is in the chat so you could get blocked, or just unsubscribe to me, man. Why you gotta call up and do that? Like, I'm not fazed by it, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I'm not beat for it. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where you calling from?
It's King Dudley.
Hey, what's going on, King Dudley? What's going on? How are you today?
I'm good.
Okay, that's good.
Right.
Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday.
All right, happy Monday. So what questions you got for me today, sir?
So my question is, do you think Derek Carr is going to be our quarterback if we don't make the playoffs in the upcoming season?
Yeah, I think he will still be. I mean, every season, every off season since this guy came into the league, they've been.
We fucking bitch. You right the fuck.
I don't know who this guy is. He keep calling for different numbers, man. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. This is who is this and where you calling from?
My man, it is Exterminator Raider. I don't know if you remember me. I was on your show like, I don't know, 2 days ago or something like that.
Yeah. Exterminator Raider, what's going on, brother?
What's happening, brother? I'm out here working, thank God, trying to get this grind, saving up so I can party hard, when football starts. I told you we going to grab some drinks, but I got the first round, you know what I'm saying? So I got to make this money out here, So,
right, you got to make that money,
but
man.
Hey,
I know. I feel you.
Right. Hey, but check this out, brother. So I don't know if you remember when I told you that people were sleeping on my boy Andre James?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Remember
saying
me telling you that?
I'm not saying that we're sleeping on him. I'm just saying that he's unproven.
No, yeah, I totally get where you're coming from, and trust me, I've had a 1,000 conversations with all types of people about that, and I get it. But my thing is, he's unproven because of the amount of time he's played.
Right.
I get, he's only had I think one start. But me, I'm super into college football as well. And me being a former right guard myself and strong side DN, I like to follow the fat guys. You know what I mean? So, I always root for the fat dude. So, I always, like Alex Mack, back when he was not even drafted yet, I was so high on him, dude. I knew he was going to be a star. And look at this dude. This dude's tearing it up. Anyways, that's the one besides the point. But from what I've seen from Andre James, when he came onto the Raiders, I was stoked. And I was kind of like, you know what? I get it. We got Ronnie Hudson. Ronnie Hudson is arguably the best center in the last, I would say, decade. So I get it. I see why Andre James isn't starting. But for them to hold on to Andre James as long as they have a couple years. I've seen him at UCLA. I've seen him at practice. I've seen him start that one time when Ronnie Hudson went down. So from what I've seen, I know it's not that much. I know the pros are way different from college. Mm-hmm. But this dude, and it's just not the way he played in that one starting game, but the way he looks, his figure, this dude is not just like he didn't get fat like that dude, Trent Brown. This dude is getting bulky. Like, this dude looks like a muscle-bound, just will maul anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's getting thick. He's getting good with his feet. Mm-hmm. And the minute I saw Ronnie Hudson wanted to leave, I knew. I was like, you know what? I bet you anything, this dude, Andre James, he's going to start. And when I saw that he got extended, I was like, see, I knew it. This dude is going to tear it up. Now, I get you. He has a lot to prove, but check this out. This is what I've been thinking about this all day, and I'm so glad I got through to you because I want to know your input because it's a really good question I was asked by a Raider fan today. So my dude, he is originally a right tackle. That's what he played in college, and he was a beast. He came into the NFL. Tom Cable was like, you know what? Tom Cable, we can all agree that he's a offensive lineman genius. But
yeah, absolutely.
He's like, I'm gonna put you into I'm gonna put you at center, and we'll see how it works. It's working out good. Now we need a right tackle, and we just signed Alex Martin. Martin is a beast as well. So we got two guys at
Nick
center
Martin.
who
Martin
can
from
play
the Titans,
center.
right?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, from the Texans.
The Texans,
so
right?
So my thing is, what I was asked was, hey, what if Cable's like, you know what, coach? I think we should stick this dude back to right tackle and put Martin in the middle. Is it possible, do you think, that we can roll with this dude at right tackle, even if it's through just camp? Maybe we can try him out at right tackle, or what do you think? Because we haven't done nothing at right tackle, nothing.
Well, this is my thing with that. Tom Cable makes sure that every person on the offensive line learns all the positions on the offensive line. So yes, I think they should try it. I think they should try it because Tom Cable is the type of coach that he's going to put you on both sides, left tackle or left tackle or left guard, right tackle or right guard or center. You're going to play all the positions on the line. You're going to learn all the positions on the line just because you never know what you're going to have during the season with injuries and anything of that nature. So I would say Tom Cable is probably going to try James out at right tackle and put Martin at center, and then vice versa.
Yeah. Now
So
my thing is, I think
it's going to look like.
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
It's going to look like that. All the offensive alignment is going to learn every position on the offensive line.
I can get that because, you know, what he did was good. That was amazing. Good. You know, you put him at any position, he's going to tear it up. I'm glad we brought him back. But one thing that I think we're going to do is, for sure, I think we're going to right tackle first round. What do you think?
Yeah, we're going to go. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree 100%. I think that we should go right tackle in that first round and then focus on our defense in that second round or in the third round when we got those back-to-back draft picks. So I say offensive. I think we go depth with the right tackle and get some defense in the draft.
And you know what? I don't get. I mean, this is my opinion, but I don't get why Brandon. What's his name? Brandon, the right tackle we got.
You talking about the right tackle that we got right now?
Yeah, Brandon something.
Brandon Parker.
Sure, I can't. Brandon Parker. There we go. I don't know. See him. I don't know why he's still on the team. My bad. I mean, I hate to. You know, I'm not trying to get on him like that, but dude he gets beat so much, and especially as a right tackle, which is, you know, our QB's blind spot. Don't you kind of want to have two solid dudes? And it's kind of like when Trent Brown went down, we had Sam Young, trash, Brandon Parker, and then Denzel Good. Obviously, you know, he did his thing, and he's a beast for that. But like, why do we have a guy like that? I get it. We have to develop players. You know, we drafted him, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But he's been with us for a couple of years, and he's been beat so many times, especially when people spin to the inside. I've been watching this dude a lot. But my thing is, at what point do you just, like, give up on a player? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Brandon Parker, I don't know why he's on our team. This dude, I'm sorry, he is trash. Like, Brandon Parker, if you're listening, my bad, bro.
I think Brandon Parker is going to be a depth piece. He's not going to be a starter because you got to think about it. We still got Simpson on that line too. So you got to think about Simpson that we drafted last year from Clemson. And then shout out to Sanjit T. I know everybody knows Sanjit T. He does the all 22 for the Raiders and break down a lot of film. He comments and says, what if Andre James becomes an all-pro right tackle? If he becomes an all-pro right tackle, that is fine with me. I have
That's
no
what I was
issues
thinking.
with that. Shout out to this Sanjit T for coming in. I know he's another big YouTube Raiders channel. Shout out to him for coming through and asking that question, man. That's really an honor, and I'm really blessed and humble for that. But yeah, I love that. If he comes in to be an all-pro right tackle, I'm good with that too.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, seriously, it's a mystery. We don't know what's going to happen with our old line. Like, we have so many transactions, and is this guy going to play here? And if he does, are we going to move this guy over here? Like, it's crazy.
We got to see when training camp starts.
Like I said before, yeah, exactly. You know, like I said before, you know, we got to trust the process, brother. And I'm pretty sure Gruden and Mayock, they got something, you know, up their sleeve, and I'm pretty sure we'll be all right. But hey, shout out to Sanjit too. I liked his interview with Max Crosby.
Yes,
my favorite player. So yeah.
That's
but anyways, I just wanted to say what's up, man. And oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, that was a dope, man. That was a dope interview. I would love to have a Raider player come on. I mean, I did have a former Raider player on last year. He was an undrafted free agent. It was Madre Harper. He was a cornerback that came out of a smaller school. I ended up interviewing him. So, Sandra, let me know, man, if you could give me a player to interview. I would love to have them come on the show. I would love to come have you on the show and interview you as well. So, hit me up, man.
Hey, you know what, man? I want to tell you something, Darren. You, Sanji, what's his name? Raider Honcho, all them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like you guys are kind of inspiring me to start my own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
you guys are all really good. You guys are all really good podcasters, and you guys know your shit. Like it's nice talking to someone who knows not just Raider football, but football in general.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you've been having them fans that just be talking out their ass and not knowing what the hell they're talking about. So I like interacting with real fans and not just fans of the Raiders, but fans of football in general.
Right.
So I just want to shout out from Exterminator Raider once again, and I'm gonna keep tuning in, brother. Keep doing your thing. Much love.
Thank you so much. And just to give you a word of advice, man, if we're inspiring you to do it, just all you got to do is get started. You might have to start from the bottom, but you can update your equipment while you grow. And especially if the Raider Nation on YouTube, if they see that you're consistent and they see that you love, they see that the passion and the love that what you do, keep going.
Oh yeah. You know what it is, bro. Much love, man. You stay up.
All right, you too, man. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, Raider Nation, baby. All day.
All day, every day. That was a good call, man. That was a good call. I mean, he has some valid points about Andre James, man. I'm sorry, but I'm not calling from I'm not answering any restricted numbers because I know who it is, man. Can you block a restricted number? You can't block a restricted number, man. I'm trying to see if you can block a restrict. You can't block a restrict. I'm gonna have to change the number or something, man. All right, so I'm gonna have to end the phone calls, y'all. So, I'm gonna have to end this right now. I'm gonna have to end it because this is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to end the phone calls because I have a person that's coming on and just calling consistently and not letting nobody else get through. Now that I'm gonna have to end the calls, man. It sucks. It sucks that I have to end the calls, man, because people are calling in and doing the dumb stuff. Like, why do you have to come in here? You're not letting nobody through. You're not letting nobody through to call because you want to keep playing this game. I'm not for it. I'm not for it at all. Let me see. I don't know. Give me 1 second. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with D. Who is this and where you calling from?
Yo, D, this is DC to the second power, bro.
What's going on, DC to the second power, man? I was just about to end these calls, man, because these guys, whoever it is, keep calling from a restricted number, man. That's
why I'm calling, because I'm trying to let these guys know, let's be real, grow up, guys, stop calling the line. We just try to talk Raider football stuff. Just leave the homie alone. It's really annoying and really unnecessary, for us being Raider fans, no kind of hate talk should be ever spewed amongst the Raider Nation. So that's why I'm calling, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It's just why? Do I really have to change the number and put the number somewhere else instead of posting it in here? Because I might have to go back to my Raiders Discord. Because why you keep calling for what? You do it on every call every day of the week since I've been doing these live call-in shows. So
the fact is that he doesn't call any other number. You could go to any other, YouTube channel where, they do lives like this, but you don't hear just random trolls coming out, attacking them, it's just annoying, So, yeah, I just wanted to let you know that I support you out here and the OC and stuff. I see that, you guys are holding it down on the East Coast for us. So,
right.
And just at the end of the day, it's all love, man. Just don't even worry about these clowns calling.
It's just calling it was just at a point. It's calling back to back to back. Like I had to keep hanging up the phone. I don't know if y'all heard the wrong phone ringing, but it kept calling back to back with the the restricted number. And it's a 760 number that keeps calling. So if you call it from a 760 number and you want to get through and I don't answer, text the number and let me know that is you, and then I will call you back, because I'm not answering anything that's regarding 760 area code. I am not.
I hear you, man. Hey, but yeah, I just want to let you know you're doing great work, man. I'm here at work at my school with my students and stuff, and I got you in the earpiece, though.
I appreciate the love and support, man. I really do, man. That's really big ups. It humbles me a lot, because I try not to do this for fame or anything of that nature. I just want to give y'all realistic Raider content. That's all I want. That's all I want to do.
Right. Yeah, so yeah, appreciate it, man. But I gotta get back to these students right now. So
all right, go ahead,
get these
man.
kids on the bus.
Go ahead, man. Go
all
ahead,
right,
do your job,
bro.
man. Appreciate you calling in. All right, so shout out to my guy calling in. Shout out to him. Just to let you know, if it's a 760 number, I will not be answering. You will have to talk the number, man. What's going on, Samoan Raider? What's going on? I gotta make you a mod in my chat, man. Give me 1 second. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where you calling from?
What's up, Darian? This is Leon, man, known as Immaculate Raider. I don't have the handle on there, man. I'm from Oakland, California.
What's going on, my guy? What's up with you? How you doing on this Monday?
I'm doing good, man. I'm off today. You know what I'm saying? I tried calling in last time I was at work, and somehow we got cut off. But, yeah, to all them trolls out there, man, stop doing that. That 760 is from California, and they probably on one of them free apps and shit, just trolling and stuff, man. So you know they ain't no Raider fans, and they sound like kids, to be honest.
Right.
Ain't no grown folks doing that. You feel me? We got bills to pay and all of that shit. People take their time out to really listen to Raider content, you know, and all of that. So, man, I have to make sure I call too, so you can keep your stuff going. You know what I mean? You know, because people want to talk, and it's free agency. We excited. We ain't having no football. The basketball, I love basketball, but it ain't the same without the fans in the stands.
Right.
You know, so nevertheless, back to Raider Talk, man. I hope you enjoy your day. And to shout out to Sanji, Raider Honcho, Dax, all y'all guys, man. Like, the last dude was talking, the other guys. I thought about doing a Raider content coming up this off season, but when you guys all popped up, I said, you know what? I could just do something else, but I still want to be related to some type of Raider content, but not in a way, because y'all already doing that. Y'all got that lane. So, and I'm glad all of you guys are supporting each other. Y'all from different states and all of the shit. Right. That is what's up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I feel like, my bad, go ahead.
No, you good. You go ahead, man.
Okay, so yeah, man. As far as like, I feel like we do want that veteran presence on the defensive side for the DBs, but like you said, Gus already has done that with a young unit. If our front seven is solidified, average DBs look great anyway. And with our system, with that zone scheme, even though I'm kind of worried about Mullen and Arnett, they better off as press man corners. You know what I'm saying? Right. Man to man, let them follow you all the way around. Like, you see how he was able to guard Tyreek Hill when he pressed up on him. Henry Ruggs when he pressed up on him and shit. You're feeling that. You know, but now if he can mold them into some good zone corners, I'm up to overpaying Richard Sherman just for that. If you can make them great zone players, you know, or decent average zone players.
I wouldn't overpay for Richard Sherman. That's the only thing. I'm not giving him $10 million right now, knowing though that he lost a step when it comes to speed. And you got to think about these speedy receivers that's coming into the draft now and what we already have in the league. So if you're going to put, you got to put him somewhere where he doesn't have to make up speed on that defense.
And I totally agree with that. As far as I meant overpaying, and I didn't mean 10 million, because it looked like everybody talking about 6-7 million. He might buzz for that. Hey, whoever to say fuck it and give him that 10 right now. Out of all the teams that are interested, And I think his value went up because it's out there reported the Niners are still trying to sign him. Your team's still trying to sign you. They still knows and see something. And so is those few extra million worth it if he really comes in and mold your corners for the next 4 years, up to their contract? Because you still got Mullins' second round pick. So, you got maybe one more year to pick up. I don't know if he signed a 4 or 5 year deal. First round picks get, that 4 and that 5th option. I don't know if second round picks get that.
Yeah, I don't think second round picks get that. It's usually from them first round picks you get.
Right. So I'm all with you. I'm cool. I know we can do anything we want in the draft, but I think we put ourselves in that position right now. If we do nothing else in free agency, we put ourselves in a position to just draft best player available or trade back unless it's somebody you just really in love with that falls to 17. You know what I mean? We're in that position, right? That's how I feel, because people underestimate Solomon Thomas, and we got a bunch of versatile D linemen, but whoever that hit out of that rotation out of training camp, we good. But now if you let that boy from Alabama slide to us, man, go get that boy. You know what I'm saying? That, we want that real true all three down defensive tackle that's natural at that position.
Okay, so
I don't know if we had that on.
I don't need to cut you off, but we got some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Another defensive lineman has been signed to the Las Vegas Raiders. His name is Darius Philon. I think Philon. How you spell it? It's Philon. He is a defensive lineman that's formerly from the Los Angeles Chargers. Don't know the details on his contract, but another defensive lineman has been signed to the Las Vegas Raiders. His name is Darian Philon or something of that nature. So he was a defensive lineman for the LA Chargers, and that's the newest Raider that we have as of right now. But I feel like they bringing in these defensive linemen, and I'm gonna tell you why. Most of these guys that they're signing right now are going to be training camp bodies. That's all they're going to be.
Right.
They're going to be training camp bodies and work to get to that 55-man roster. So let me look him up real quick while we have you on the phone and see what his stats look like. Let's look it up real quick while I'm on this phone. Let's look it up. All right. So let's see. Let me see. How do you spell his name again? Because I'm old. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm old. I look young, but I'm old. Sorry to say. Let's go back to it. So let's look him up. And let's look at his stats for the Chargers. So this is according to Pro Football Reference. He's been in the league since 2015. He didn't play in too many games as much. So like I said, he's going to be like a depth or a training camp type of player. So let me look at a different stat sheet. Okay, so according to ESPN, he's out of Arkansas. He was a 6th round pick in the 2015 NFL draft. Coming out of Arkansas, he has 46 total tackles, 9.5 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. In his career, he has 80 total tackles, 46 solo, 34 assist tackles, 9.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. So that is his career stats for Darius Philon. And that's how you pronounce it. So
yeah, so he's pretty much just a body, extra body to fill the camp. Because he's a veteran. He's been in the league 6 years, 5 years.
Yeah, he's a veteran. So I think he's going to be a training camp body, or he's going to come in and compete and try to win the jobs from the guy that we just dropped, signed today, Matt Dickerson, Quentin Jefferson, Jonathan Hankins. They're going to battle in training camp. This is a training camp body, in my opinion.
Right, yeah. Unless he get a shot out of his ass, or the Lord just bless him with some more stuff, he pretty much is what it is. I know D line say, they take time to develop, so this might be the year where he can do something, where he put it all together. He's conditioned, he know how to, and figure out how to do film stuff, whatever the case that it may be, so Lord behold, I really think we are really good at the D-line position. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, like we put ourselves in that position, we don't have to go for need in the draft, period. Now, I like men in that position, you know, so it's all about who you really love, who really falls, you know, who's really the best Raider. Because like Sandra put out there with the film, we can slide Andre James to right tackle if we want, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, but I don't know how that project always work out. Brandon Parker was a left tackle. You know, James was a left tackle. So you asked Donald Penn to go to right tackle. You know, it just hasn't worked out for us. So, and you know, us spending a first round pick on a 17th for a right tackle, usually he's the second best tackle on your team. We don't have to go there unless you just feel like he's just an all pro. You know, so that's, you gotta love him. Otherwise, you find a playmaker or trade back and just pick up hella depth picks, value picks all over the board and just fully just bolster your whole roster, man. And that keeps you in a good position where you not worry about salary cap. And the money will come when the fans get in the building and stuff. So the money is not an issue. Just make the right decisions from here on out. Get true Raider players and quit worry about trying to sign players. Like you said, Earl Thomas, is he about the money or is he trying to win a Super Bowl?
Right.
You know, Richard Sherman, I'm sure he wants another Super Bowl to add to his repertoire. And he'll do it, you know, you want to switch to safety. I like Isaiah Johnson possibly at safety with competition there. So you can stay young in that secondary, but the money has to stay in your front seven.
Right.
Period. That's your bread and butter.
I want to respond to Andy Batista or Batista in the chat. Malcolm Butler got released. Good, Malcolm Butler got released from the Tennessee Titans. He is still a free agent, just to let y'all know. He does not have 1 year left with the Titans. He is no longer with the Titans. He did get released. I have not seen Malcolm Butler get picked up. I've been following free agency for the past week. I have not seen a Malcolm Butler contract come across my screen. So, I mean, if he's there and it's for the right money, I say we go get him. He's a veteran. If he's going to be cheaper than Sherman, I will go Malcolm Butler over Sherman if he's going to be cheaper.
I would too, because he can slide and play nickel. You don't have to ask on the play outside if you want to keep, you know, letting Mullen or Arnett stay outside and let them develop. Because I don't like Nevin Lawson. I would have picked up T.J. Carey, but he probably cost more money than Nevin Lawson, of course. You know, so both Titans, those are casualty cuts. You know, Malcolm Butler and Adoree Jackson. So, you know,
right, Adoree Jackson is still out there as well too.
So, you know, both Titans, I felt that last year with the Vikings, man, when they cut both of their corners, why we didn't pick up Xavier Rhodes? I thought he would have fit perfect in the cover two scheme, Paul Gunther shit right there. You know what I mean? But that's past news. We don't even need to bring up his name no more. So I'm pretty sure there's other cast that's real Raider fans that has their ideas and thoughts, man. Hopefully the trend is back to the positive vibes. Man, keep doing your thing, Darren. I'm watching all you guys, man. I love real football fans. I'm just a diehard Raider fan first, but then I love to watch and see what's coming out, up and coming, and what we possibly can do. So with that, everybody, y'all have a great Monday, and go Raiders.
Go Raiders, man. Thank you for calling in. We really do appreciate it.
All right, man. Have a good one. Peace.
All right, you too. So, listen, we got some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Darius Fallon, another defensive lineman, that, like I said, is going to be a actual. Here we go. Another restricted number. Going to keep calling. I'm gonna let y'all hear it a little bit. We got people calling in from the restricted number, man. So I'm not taking no restricted number or 760 number. I'm not taking any of that. Not doing. I wish I could block a restricted number, but I can't block a restricted number. So if you want to call in fast before somebody else. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this calling and where are you calling from?
Darian, what's happening? It's the Raiders 52 714. How's it going, man?
What's going on, man? How are you today? How are you?
Good. How are you? Good show so far.
I'm great, man. I'm great. I'm holding on. You know, it's Monday, another day, another show. You know, back at it with the Raider content, man. So just hanging in there.
Hey, listen. Let me design your baby Trent Brown shirt.
You said what? What about my Trent Brown shirt?
I said, let me design your shirt for you. It's a baby's body with your head on it, like a caricature, looking upwards. But you see Trent Brown's jersey, and that's it. You can't see his head or nothing like that.
Yeah, actually, anyways, you said that in the chat, right?
No, someone else did, but it was pretty close. It was pretty close. I can't take anyone's idea, but it was pretty close. I heard that one.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just wanted to say real quick, man. You know, people that are down on Sherman, I did make the comment about Richard Sherman, and I'm working right now, so that's why I'm a little out of breath. But no, you know, Richard Sherman is going to be a good pickup. I mean, that's somebody that's the coach on the field. And those people that help the next guys come up, those are important. You know, a coach can only do so much, but you have to have somebody on the field that puts people in that right position, kind of like passes down what they know. Right. So there's a lot of young guys that we have that could actually be pretty good, but they have to have somebody putting them in position. So it's all about the knowledge part.
Right.
And I like what the last guy said about, you know, we should have picked up someone like PJ Carey, you know, who was on our team before. But you know, definitely could have been, you know, some quality depth there, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but you know, Carey was here before, and he didn't do his best here before. So, but you know, that was under a different coordinator too. So, I mean, you never know.
That was under a different coordinator, but he was like the lone for a minute. He was like the lone, you know, promising prospect back there. You know, but anyways, hey man, good show. And I'm gonna let someone else jump on the phone, man. Nice to talk to you.
All right, thanks for calling in, man. Really do appreciate it. Really do, from the bottom of my heart, man. I'm humbled. Thank you.
Right. Talk to you soon, man. Bye.
Listen, guys, I want to thank y'all so much, man. Thank y'all so much for calling in, man. Y'all, it just humbled me enough to keep going and doing this for y'all. That's real talk. That is real talk, man. Like I couldn't do this without y'all. I couldn't be able to do these type of shows without y'all. Without y'all, there's no me. Without y'all, there's no Graphk Raider. There's no Samoan Raider. There's no so many Raider content creators, and y'all come here, man. Like, you know, so it is what it is, man. All right, so we got another caller from 714. Thank you for calling in the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where you calling from?
Hey, Darren. This is Rex, Raider Rex again from the West Coast out in Orange County.
Oh, Raider Rex. What's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, man. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good. I was watching your program and I saw how these numbers would call in and kind of screw things around on your program and everything. And I just wanted to say, don't be down on all that. What you're doing is really good for us. And a lot of the true Raiders fans are really happy to see you, Samoan Raider, all these other guys that come out here and do their programs. We all love it. I just want you to know that. Practically the only reason why I called you, just to give you some support and everything. I wish you happiness. I think you're doing, like I said, a really good job. And please don't let these guys get you down where you decide it's just too much. You do gotta be strong about it. Yes, avoid those numbers. If you notice a certain area code calling, it's like, don't even bother with it no more. Just say I'm sorry. And then I heard you say something about, well, you know, text me on the web thing there, and then see about picking up the line or something.
Right.
But,
so
I just want to wish you well and not to be down.
I'm saying to people that if they call from a 760 number, that I won't be answering the 760 number. Just text that number that you could call on and tell me if it's, you know, who you are, and then I could call the number back. You know what I'm saying? So
no, it's all good, man. You're doing the right thing. You're doing a good job. You're not blowing up about it, which is another good thing, because believe me, after a while, some people will be really pissed off and everything. I just want to compliment you on your show.
Thank you so much.
As a true Raider fan, greatly appreciate it.
And I thank you for calling in. I thank you for tuning in every single day to these shows, man, because I'm gonna start doing.
I try to get them. I might be late sometimes, but I usually try to watch, see what's going on if I can.
No matter if you're late or not, I know people got lives, you know. People have lives, and people got to take care of their families and work and stuff like that. So it just really humbles me and makes me feel, happy because of the fact that people take time out of their day to call up and talk to me, knowing they don't know me from a can of paint, So it's awesome,
that's true.
man.
I don't know you from a can of paint, but just watching you on your program and seeing what you do for us, and in the Raider Nation community, even here in Killarney, where I go to a lot, we've been there for so long. It's like family, all Raider is family, and you are part of the family, and we love you for it. You're part of my family. The Raiders are my family, and if you're a true Raider fan, it's just nothing but love for you.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate you, man, calling up. I really do appreciate that 100%. I'm sorry I had to mute my mic real quick because my aunt was calling me at the moment. But thank y'all so much, man. Really do appreciate it, man. Thank you for calling in.
All right, you have a good day. Keep on watching you.
All right, thank you, man.
We'll see you. Bye.
All right, so give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. My aunt's calling me because outside of doing this, I help take care of her at this moment. So just give me 1 second. I'm gonna come right back and I'm gonna take the calls. Just give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. My bad, y'all. My bad. I'm sorry. But if anybody else wants to call in, one more call. If you want to call in, I'm taking one more call today because I do have to help my aunt out. She's not feeling well at this moment, so I'm gotta help her out. So please call and let me know. I'm taking one more caller. One more caller. I'm putting the number up there because once I put the number up there, then the people are going to keep spamming it. So nah, my aunt don't want to be on the show. She's not feeling well, y'all. She's not feeling well at all. Why push for Sherman? Because he's a veteran. He's a veteran and he knows Gus Bradley's defense. He knows all the defenses. He's part of that Legion of Boom at that notion. But if we could get a cheaper guy that's a veteran, that's cheaper than Sherman, then I say go for them as well. I say go for them as well, in my opinion. Carey did not do a good job in his stint with the Raiders, but you got to think about who was the defensive coordinator too. You got to think about that as well. Who was the defensive coordinator? Where's Butler's sign? I can't find it. 3 of 9 of his agents said they letting him go. No news. According to Ian Rappaport, the Titans did release Malcolm Butler. He didn't get signed anywhere, Andy. He didn't get signed anywhere. Thank you to everybody with the super chats. Mr. Riley was good, brother. Can a brother get a shout out? Yes, Mr. Riley, thank you so much for the super chat. I know I had a phone call at the moment. I had a phone call and I was not able to shout you out on the phone call, but thank you for the super chat. Really do appreciate all the love and support, man. I'm not going to be on here too long. I'm going to take one more phone call before we go. So you better hurry up and make that phone call now because I am going to have to end up ending this show a bit early. It's supposed to be a 2-hour show. So hopefully we could get one more caller in before we end this show. And like I said, we'll be here Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you here for the 2 hours that I will be doing these live shows because Monday through Friday. All right, so this is the last caller tonight. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where are you calling from?
Hey, Darian, this is Raider Kojo from Sacramento.
Hey, Raider Kojo, what's going on, brother? How you been, man?
I've been all right, man. I've been trying to get on with you, but I keep, it's always busy. So I'm like, well, I'll get on one of these days.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, what you got for me today? What questions you got for me today, man?
Well, I just noticed we signed another defensive lineman, Matt Dickerson. I don't know anything about him. Do you?
I know that he used to play for the Tennessee Titans. I didn't really look up any information yet. It is a 1 year, $1.2 million deal. It's not that much. But I got to look him up a little bit more, and I'm gonna break it down, and put some videos up of breaking down, these free agents. We did sign Darius Philon. He was with the LA Chargers and with the Arizona Cardinals. It's like his 5th year in the league. But I think he's going to be like a training camp body, in my opinion. But I'm gonna look into Matt Dickerson. I'm definitely going to look into him once we get off this line and stuff I got to do around the house. But other than that, yeah, I'm definitely going to look into it and then make another video talking about what does he bring.
What does he bring? I mean, hopefully he says he's versatile because I just saw his little interview. With the
hey Kojo,
Las Vegas
hold
press.
on for 1 second, Kojo. Do not hang up. Hold on for 1 second. I gotta run downstairs.
Sure. Go ahead.
Hold on for a second, y'all. Hold on, Raider Nation. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. I had to I'm sorry, I had to come back real quick. Let me fix my chair. I'm sorry. I know it's not as professional as I thought because I had to open the door, for someone to come see my aunt and stuff. So before we get back to you, Coach, I just want to catch my breath real quick. Number one. Loyal to the Soil says D is 100. He is a trill cat. No matter how much we don't see eye to eye, still comments on your comments right back. And he ain't stuck up. And that's a real one. Thank you, Loyal to the Soil. Out of breath right now. Marty said that Matt Dickerson is a local boy from San Mateo who went to school at UCLA. Gruden loves bringing in Bruin, Tigers, and Crimson Tide. So, me not playing football got me not playing football for a long time. Got me out of shape, Kojo. I'm sorry.
I'm in the same boat. Don't worry about it.
Ooh, man. I look young, but my body's telling me something different, man. My body's telling me something different. Whew. But
trust me, I'll be 44 in August, so
right. And I just turned 35 March 2nd. So man, I know.
Yeah, I know. I heard you last week.
Right.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
See, now they saying I'm acting like Trent Brown. No, I'm not acting like Trent Brown. The thing about it is Trent Brown, he's in the NFL and I'm not.
Bum.
Right. He's a lazy bum. I'm not that. Don't answer restricted numbers. Thank you, George. Really do appreciate that, man. But I know, man, I just try to get everybody, to come up and, have the floor. I don't want to hear my voice on most of these shows. I'd rather have y'all call up and voice your opinion too. Of course. And I know you've been around with this channel for a little bit. So, you one of the OGs of this channel.
I started finding channels last year. Yeah, I started finding I think the first one I found last year was Mitchell Wren, and then it was like a domino effect after that. I found Graphk and then Angry Raider, and all these other channels.
Right. You see a lot of Raiders channels are coming around. We about to take over YouTube, man.
Well, it seems like it. But I'm glad that they're on because just during the COVID, I mean, I was at home and not doing much, and then I come across these channels. I'm like, oh shit, this shit has been around for a good minute.
Right. But man, Kojo.
No, but what I was gonna say is, it's been a roller coaster week. I mean, last week you guys did the 4-panel. It was cool on Monday, and then Tuesday, we trade Hudson, and I'm like, what the heck is going on here?
Right.
And then we signed all these defensive linemen. So I'm happy about that, but I'm still not happy that Gruden has not addressed the secondary. I'm like, what is taking so long to sign Sherman or Hooker or one of these guys or two of them?
You know why? Marcus Mariota's contract.
Yeah, I know that's the holdup, but
that's what I think. That's what I think it is.
I just listened to Simone Raider, and he said that Marcus Mariota might be coming back on a cheaper deal. I don't know how.
All right, so we just
what
got
the truth to that is.
I just want to say this as well, Kojo. Shout out to HAER Maker. He's just became a member of the Spotlight Raiders Talk of the Just Win Baby membership. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the Spotlight Raiders Talk. If you are on your computer or on your cell phone, if you want to join the membership, make sure you do that. I'm going to definitely be more active in the membership part of things and get some exclusive stuff for y'all. So shout out to y'all and everybody that's watching on Facebook and watching on other platforms. Thank y'all so much for tuning in too.
Yeah, cool.
So, how do I feel about Darius Fallon? I don't think we signed another F grade. He's going to, what we're doing is he's bringing in bodies for competition for that defensive line. He's bringing in bodies for competition. So even though that we're signing them right now, doesn't mean they're going to be around once the season starts. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to think of it in that instance. Like, okay, we just bringing in bodies for training camp. We're going to have a physical training camp this year. So we need that. We need that competition going into this season.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
All right, Kojo, man, I'm going to head out of here as well because I know it's usually a 2-hour show every day, Monday through Friday, same time, same thing. Thank you for calling in, bro. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that is the last caller for today, ladies and gentlemen. That is the last caller for today. Shout out to Raider Kojo. If you want to become a member, Bernard is putting the link in the chat to become a member of the Spotlight Raiders Talk. If you want to become a part of the members, because if once I get enough members in that situation, I'm gonna have member only chats too. I'm gonna have member only chats. So if you want to become a member, you gotta be a part of the members only chats, member only statuses, member only community posts. There's gonna be a lot of stuff that's going to come down. Son Joku was the first streamer I came across. Okay, shout out to my bro Son Joku. He's been grinding it out, man. He's been grinding it out. What's going on with Ingram? The market is not that big. The market is not that big at all. It's not that big. It's not that big at all, y'all. But it's been a very, very great show. Another good show in the books for the Spotlight Raiders Talk and the Raider Nation. And just to let you know, if any other news comes out, right? If any other news comes out once the stream ends, you know I'm gonna be on it to give y'all all the content that we need for the Raider Nation, y'all. Y'all know how I do. I try to be one of the first Raiders to post it on there. So once I get more information about Darius Fallon, then I'm going to make a video about that and see if it was a good sign. I'm just waiting for the contract and how much he's going to be getting as of right now. God bless and you and your aunt, man. Stay up, big fella. No problem. Thank y'all so much for tuning in into the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Don't forget to go to spotlightsportsgear.com to go to get the Spotlight Raiders Talk gear. If you do not see the link in the chat, the link is in the chat and is a pinned comment. Make sure you go support the merch. Make sure you go support the merch. I am going to play the video at the end of this video. And thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place on the Spotlight Raiders Talk. I love all of y'all to death, and we will see y'all in the next live stream or in the next video. Love y'all. Have a great night. See y'all again tomorrow.
Once a Raider, bruh, always a Raider, bruh. Shit simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost the arm and the leg to reach that goal line. It's go time.